What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video I am going to be setting up my Xbox Series X. So I just got done recording my unboxing video, so if you guys haven't seen that and see what it looks like to unbox the Xbox Series X, make sure you guys go and do so. But right now we're going to be setting up the Series X, kind of going through the process of everything you go through to set it up, starting maybe trying out some games and a couple other things with the Series X. Actually, finally getting our hands on it and getting to experience it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright, here we go. Xbox Series X turned on. The startup noise is the exact same as, say, the One X or the Xbox One or the Xbox One S. It's all the same. Oh, and here we go. Xbox. Ooh, and let's see how long it takes for it to actually turn on. So this is a cold start, right? I've never turned on the Xbox before. This is just straight up brand new. Okay. I mean, it takes a second. It's kind of to be expected. Of course, you can turn the instant on feature on, after it's got to kind of cycle. It's got to get things kind of set up. It's like, oh, okay, it's a brand new Xbox, never been set up before. Alright, so taking a second. I totally expect this is a kind of a one-time deal. Oh, here we go. Hey, it's doing it. Oh, here we go. Set up with the Xbox app. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's try that out. Let's get you set up. Manage your console and connect with all friends in one. Have a new console? Set it up now. Set up a console. Okay, so we just see, we enter the characters on there. We've got L, Z, D, M, Y, E, A, M, L, H. Connect to console. Xbox wants to join Wi-Fi? Xbox setup. What? Connecting to your console. Continue join Wi-Fi. So it's connecting to the console's Wi-Fi? That is interesting. Connected with your console. Heyo. Oh, snap. And it's having me continue to set up on my phone. Okay. Yep, location, everything. Let's update. This console needs a 775 megabyte update, which will download over its connected network. This will take a few minutes, but it's worth it. Okay. Lowest power consumption. Oh, hey, it's having me change some settings and stuff around. Oh, dude, look how fast that's going. I mean, overall, so far, oh, it just hit a snag. Like, dude, that thing is cruising. That is so much faster than the Xbox One. So much faster. My internet hasn't changed, but it's just so much faster. Dude, this whole update process is going to be quick. Oh, man, I can't wait for that. You know what? I'm going to have it instant on. I had my Xbox One X always for the energy saving, but we're going to try out the instant on and see how that all works out too. Okay, nope. Enable instant sign-in? Sure. Remote features? Ooh. Let's get you signed in with an Xbox profile. Dude, that is so cool. It's having me do everything just straight from my phone. So while the console's sitting here updating, I can be actually setting up some of these these other settings and stuff you need to go through all just straight through my phone. So how we use your data, okay. Sure. Give your console a name. I'm just gonna call it Xbox Series X. Alright, here we go. Okay, it's almost done verifying. Then it's gonna have to go ahead and restart. We're gonna see how fast that restart actually is though too. Okay, it's having me copy settings. So it's gonna take settings I have from another Xbox and apply them here. So I would assume those settings and stuff are probably like display settings or I don't know, settings. So what can I do? I can do it for my Xbox One X backed up 4 hours ago. Okay, yep, that's the one I play on. Let's copy the settings over. All done. Explore the app while your console updates. Discover and install new games to your console. Chat and play with your Xbox friends. Watch and share game clips with your friends. Cool. Okay, I gotta be completely honest, guys. This new app, I've checked it out. I don't love it. I mean, I don't know if I'm just tripping balls or what, but like I can't find achievements in the app. I don't know what the deal is. But like I can't find my achievements. And that's what I love the app for, is being able to check my achievements. Bada bing, bada boom. Already at 70%. Nice. Overall, it's at 87%. That was a pretty fast update. I mean, it was less than a gigabyte. But overall, I mean, compared to the original Xbox One, like that one, it would take a while to restart. The verifying stage would take forever. Even the downloading stage, like I have gigabit internet, it wouldn't download fast at all. Like 1 gigabyte file for me right now, in theory, should take 8 seconds, but it would take sometimes like a couple minutes to do it on the original Xbox One. This one, I mean, it took maybe 30 seconds, so it's not quite all the way at gigabit speeds, but it's definitely an improvement from my original Xbox One. But here we go, 92%, 82% applied, so it has to apply the update. And this is also somewhere where like the SSD is going to come in handy, is downloading things. Download speeds, I don't know if people realize this, you're actually going to get faster downloads because of the SSD in the new Xbox. Now, if you have like really poor internet, it's not going to help you. But if you have fast internet, you may have noticed that your Xbox does not actually download things as fast as your internet. And that's due to a number of factors. That could be, a factor with your internet, but it's also due to the fact that, say, the Xbox One is using a mechanical hard drive, which is slower, and now with SSDs, things can download and write to it so much faster. So that is no longer a bottleneck. And yeah, it's we're gonna actually see that too. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna download Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and we're gonna see that. So here we go, checking for your settings. So is this gonna take my settings from my Xbox One X and apply them here? Bro, my friggin' phone is just going off. System update complete. Your console is done updating. Wow, I got a notification on my watch for that. Wow. I want to use my Elite controller, so I'm gonna do this. Although that's gonna turn on my One X. So I have to sync it. I gotta sync it to the new console. Here we go. Welcome. Press A. Is it gonna have me update the controller? Find the best settings for your TV. Looks like your display supports advanced video features. Let's enable them to make sure your Xbox looks great on this TV. I mean, it's a monitor, but let's do it. Oh, sick. Here we go. Keep these settings. How does this look? Do you want to keep your display at 4K or try another resolution? Keep display at 4K. Of course I want to display it at 4K. Let's go. You're all done updating or setting up your Xbox. Time to play. Take me home. Woohoo! Here we are. Oh man, here we go. Xbox Series X. Alright, let's go ahead. I want to double check some of this stuff. Okay, 4K, 60 hertz. Nice. This display doesn't do 120, but you can do 4K 120 if you want. Check this out. I'm going to change that. Switch anyways because I'm playing off of a monitor. Okay, I'm going to leave color depth the same for now. But okay, I can calibrate HDR. I'll do that later at some point. But then we got, you know what? Let me actually do a speed test for my network, actually. Let's go ahead and let's test network speed and statistics. So I have gigabit internet, like I said. I want to see how fast the Xbox can actually pull from my internet and see this. I mean, this isn't like a foolproof method to test. This is a test. This is actually real world where you're downloading a game. We'll see that in just a second when I actually start downloading Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Wow, download speed 754 megabits a second. Upload is actually pretty low. That's only at 12. 51 milliseconds of latency. Oh well, hey, I mean that's good though. Download speed, that's the real important thing here though. Okay, perfect. All right. So the dashboard is the same as the Xbox One. They have just a unified dashboard on all this stuff. Oh man, a couple different updates with some apps and stuff going on the console. Let's see how fast this kind of stuff updates. I mean, sometimes with my Xbox One, it would like choke on a lot of these updates. Like you'd go to install something and it would take forever. I mean, kind of like it's doing right now, where it's like it's installing, but it's at 0% still. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Xbox does in this situation, or like what the deal is exactly, why it does all this. But like, what if we pause and then resume, and then we can see. Hopefully that'll make it go faster. It'll actually start some of these things. It seems like almost every other week there's a new update to the Microsoft Store, some of these apps and stuff. Okay, there we go. See, downloaded almost instantaneously. Hopefully that kind of kicked off all these installations or something. Yep, here we go. Whoa, it's saying I'm getting 2 megabits a second. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and it's done. Okay. See, now that it's like finally figured things out. See, there we go. 275 megabytes downloaded just like that. Easy. Okay. So now it's getting the hang of things now. Okay, downloading at kilobit speed. But see, it's going to jump. It's just going to go and just download. It's going to be downloaded, right? It's saying I'm at 1.3 megabits a second. Oh, back down to kilobits. Oh no, it's like dial-up speed. Oh, maybe. Oh, and it is almost done. Done. See, it also has to download this. It has to page a server somewhere and download the file, but it also is installing it at the exact same time too. But with an SSD, that should be no problem since, I mean, this stuff, like the SSDs are rated for like multi-gigabit read and write speeds. Okay, maybe it's just this app, the Events Beta. This thing, I don't know. It looks like it might be having some problems here, but okay, whatever. Let's not worry about that. Oh, there we go. All storage, 800 gigabytes free. Okay, so let me take a look at that real quick. So I guess, I mean, it says it has a 1 terabyte SSD in it, right? But there's only apparently actually 802 gigabytes of available storage. So that means you have 802 gigabytes available for games. So even though it's a 1 terabyte SSD, you have to take up space for, say, like the operating system. Apparently, you also have to take up space for if you have like multiple games open. If you have that quick resume feature, it actually stores that data to the SSD rather than it takes it off of memory and puts it on the SSD. So it has to take up some amount of space on your SSD for that. Plus, I'm also assuming they reserve some space on the SSD just because the nature of SSDs is like the more stuff you have on them, the more you fill it up, the slower it kind of can get. So if you have an SSD, I've heard the rule of thumb is try not to fill it up past 50%. Obviously, with like a 1 terabyte SSD, the massive file sizes for games can't really help it here. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe Microsoft has already thought about that and has already kind of reserved maybe 50 gigabytes just for that purpose. That there's 50 gigabytes of kind of untouchable space that will keep the system running as fast as it possibly can. But okay, I mean, the system also supports external drives and stuff too, so I'm going to be plugging in my external hard drives and stuff in just a second. We're going to check that out. That Events Beta is still going on, dude. What is happening? Okay, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check out, actually I got to go down to my library, and we're going to check out some of the games that are actually Xbox Series X enhanced. Okay, so it looks like the ones I own, I only have Fortnite, Cold War, and Valhalla. We're going to do Valhalla in just a second, but Game Pass actually has a little bit different ones. So these ones have a couple more. So we got like Gears 5, Sea of Thieves, Ori and the Wisp of the Wilds. We got No Man's Sky, Dead by Daylight, Grounded. That's also a really good game. Got Forza Horizon 4. Like, all right, yeah. So we're going to have to see some of these games. See which ones are actually Xbox Series X enhanced. Is there any of them part of EA Play? Okay, none of them so far. Okay. All right, well, should we do it? We're going to see how fast Assassin's Creed Valhalla can actually download on the Xbox Series X. So I'll be posting just a full video about that. So if you guys want to see that, see how fast Valhalla actually downloads at gigabit speeds, check that video out. I'm just going to cut to it at the very end of this. But here we go. Let's see. All right, it is 51 gigabytes. And this is also part of Smart Delivery. So the Xbox knows that I'm playing on a Series X, so it's going to download the Series X version of games. So we have, say, the original Xbox version, we have the Xbox One X version, we have the Series S version, and we have like the Series X versions of games. So Smart Delivery basically goes, okay, you are playing on a Series X, that's the version we are going to download for you. That's the best version for your system, it has the highest resolution textures, whatever else. That's the one we're going to get. Does it all for you. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Just goes ahead, takes care of all that. So here we go. Install. Okay, here we go. 47 gigabytes. That's a little bit smaller. Okay. Oh, dude, it is cruising. 350. Okay. Seems pretty consistent, about 300. That's what I like to see though, and that's something I've had a problem with on my Xbox One, is that, yeah, even with gigabit internet, sometimes it boosts up to about 300, and I get 300 for a little bit, and then it'll drop down, it'll come back up. There's a lot of fluctuation on the Xbox One. Even though my internet's not fluctuating, the download just kind of goes up and down. So sometimes I have downloads that just cruise at 200 all the way through. Sometimes I have some of them that peak up like 300, then go down to 50, go back up to 300, come down, start like crawling at kilobit speeds, and then back up hundreds of megabits a second. But I mean, overall, like right here, I mean, we're getting 350 to 400. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, for a 47 gigabyte game downloading in 15 and a half minutes, that is actually pretty good. I mean, it's not the quite, the full speeds like I showed you in that speed test where, I mean, even that's not my full internet speed, my full bandwidth, but that said I could get about 700. This is only giving me 350 to 400. So this could also be due to the fact that multiple people could be downloading Valhalla at this time. Multiple people are paging Microsoft servers, so the servers can only dish out so much at once. So, maybe their servers are right now are kind of hard locked to send out a ton of data, so they can only send out about 400 megabits a second. So there's a bunch of different factors here. It's not all just the Series X, not all just my internet. There's a bunch of different things that come together to make up all this stuff, but here we go. I mean, 14 minutes to download 47 gigabytes. Like this, that's still pretty good. And it's been consistent though too. That's one thing I do like about this, is that it's consistent. That's one thing that bothers me about the Xbox One and about transfers and downloads and stuff in general, is it'll tell you, it's like, okay, it's going to take about 5 minutes. Then it fluctuates all over the time. And it's like, oh, now it's going to take 10 hours. Oh, 2 minutes. Oh, 5 minutes. Oh, 47 minutes. Oh, 24 hours. Like, and it goes all over the place. It's just like, just figure it out. Just give me one straight time for when it's going to be. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty consistent through and through. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to let this download. Woo, and there we go. It is finally done. Okay, so I don't think it took a full 15 minutes, but still, I mean, 47 gigabytes is nothing to sneeze at. That's still quite a lot of data, but yeah, there we go. I mean, it's not quite gigabit speeds, but that's actually pretty good, and I'm reasonably impressed with that. So now I think it's time for me to actually plug in my external hard drives and my SSD into my Series X from my Xbox One, and we can check out some of the games I have installed over there. Alright, so I'm going to plug in my 12 terabyte drive from my Xbox One into my Series X. Here we go. So another thing to note though about this is that with the Series X, so even though I have, say, a 12 terabyte hard drive and I have a bunch of games installed on there, I cannot play Series X games off of a hard drive. Series X games need to be installed into the internal SSD or one of those little expansion card ones, kind of like something. It looks kind of like this, but it's an SSD, plugs into the back of the system. Has to be on one of those. Check for updates. If you set your console to check for updates automatically and keep items on Vault up to date, enable. Okay, sure. Update checking. Oh, it's getting some of my games on here. I'm up to 28, 30. Okay, there we go. See, it has to read all the games off of it. But here we go. So 8.8 terabytes free. So you can still use external hard drives on a Series X, but you can only play 3 categories of games on there. You can only play original Xbox games, Xbox 360 games, and Xbox One games that have not been Series X enhanced. So for example, if I want to play the Series X version of Valhalla, it has to be on the internal SSD. I can't play it off of a hard drive. You can store Series X games on a hard drive, but if you want to play them, they have to be transferred back over to the SSD. So you can use it for storage, but it just kind of has to be transferred, and that takes a while. So it's not an ideal solution, but it's like the best we have right now. So I'm kind of interested. I think I have the Xbox One version of Valhalla on this hard drive, so I'm actually going to check. I also, of course, have it on the internal drive. Okay. Yeah, right here. 90 gigabytes game installed on 2 drives. So it's on the internal SSD, and it's also on my external drive. So here we go. This is Valhalla. This is the set that's on the internal SSD. And then I also have it, of course, installed on an external drive. Although this is the Xbox One version, whereas the one on the internal SSD, that is the Series X version. So this is 43.6 gigabytes, and this is 47. So the file sizes actually do change depending on which version of the game it is. And like I mentioned, with Xbox Smart Delivery, you don't have to worry about it. You'll just play the best version. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff. It takes care of it all right for you. So yeah, let me go ahead and let's launch Valhalla. Let's check it out, dude. Whoa, what happened? Oh, HDR is the source. Syncing data. So see, it's going to sync from my Xbox One. Bring it over to my Series X. Here we go. Ooh, here we are. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Alright, dude. What? I need to disable HDR. No. Gosh damn it. Turn HDR off. See, why is it? It's like, so that's interesting. It's like low res for a second and then it goes higher resolution. So like, watch, I press start. It's like low res, all kind of blurry and blocky, and then it goes up. Also, something, I don't know if this is actually the case, if the dashboard is 4K. On the Xbox One X, the dashboard is not at 4K, it's just 1080p. Now, before that system came out, it was supposed to be 4K, but it was going to use up more memory. Microsoft decided that they wanted to allocate that memory towards games instead for developers to use, so they just brought the dashboard back to 1080p instead of 4K. But with this system now having a lot more memory, it's going to be interesting to see if this is actually 4K, because we'd have to do like a pixel count or something like that. That's something to figure out at a later date. It doesn't really matter too much if it's 1080p or 4K, but it's just kind of one of those things I would like to know. Dude, that is fast. See, and I'm already in the game. See, like that whole like initial loading thing, that's just gone, basically. Like I sit there for what, 2-3 seconds? That's about it. Like, that's crazy. That's awesome, dude. I like that. Alright, I'm going to actually check something out real quick. So let's see how fast it will actually get me back into the game from a loading save. We're also going to check out the quick resume feature, too. Whoa. Hey, that's actually pretty fast,
Listen
dude.
here.
I like that.
If you can breathe, you can fight. Now come, we take back our ship.
Dude, okay.
You do not need to tell us twice.
I think... Dude, this is definitely 60 FPS. Oh my gosh. I think, dude, that's the biggest difference for me so far. Is, as far as I could tell, Valhalla on the One X was only 30 FPS. This feels like 60. This is a lot smoother. Wow, this is incredible, dude. And it does look a little bit sharper, too. It looks like this is like native 4K. So, okay, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go ahead and let's just go to the dashboard. And let's start up another game. Let's start up Modern Warfare. Okay, it's going to take a second to get my game ready. Okay, that's still there. I'm going to start up Modern Warfare. So this is a demonstration of quick resume. So on the Xbox One, you can only have one game open at a time. If you have, say, what I'm trying to do here, if I was trying to play Valhalla and then I tried opening Warzone, it would actually close Valhalla and then would just only have this game open. You could have a game and an app open at the same time, but you could not have two games open at the same time on an Xbox One. Whoa! Hold up. Do you wish to install the high-resolution texture pack? Game will restart when installing. What? I didn't know Modern Warfare was optimized for this. Okay, yeah, dude, okay. Yeah, for sure, dude. High-resolution texture pack 1. Okay, dude. What? I have not seen anybody talk about this. I haven't seen a single person on Twitter 23 gigabytes. Okay. Hey, the release date was November 5th. Okay. This pack supports the most detailed textures for weapons and operators in Modern Warfare and Warzone. Recommended for only for Xbox One X and Series X players. Wait, so you can get this high resolution texture pack on Xbox One X? Huh. Dude, that's interesting. This isn't just for the Series X. Wow. Okay. I mean, I wonder how performance would actually be on One X with the high resolution texture pack compared to just not. Dude, we're gonna have to have like a separate video just about that. But okay, let's check this out. Okay. Oh no, 3 megabits a second. Dude, no, what happened? Is it because we have games open? I know on the Xbox One, downloads won't go as fast if you have games open. Now, it could also be because I have Modern Warfare open. That's probably what it is. It's trying to install data to Modern Warfare while it's open. So, there we go. We're going to quit it. And let's give this a shot real quick. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I know we're supposed to be doing the smart delivery, but this is a whole other thing. Here we go. 55, 88. Okay, now it's kind of cruising along. Now it's getting a little bit better. Whoa. Whoa. What is this? Modern Warfare. Warzone. Cold War. Dude, they changed Modern Warfare with this update. Yo. Okay. Let's go into that. Dang, dude, that's crazy. Warzone and Modern Warfare update. Okay, I gotta see these new operators. Because they said what? It was like operators? Operators in Warzone are no longer separated by their faction? I heard that's actually the opposite in Cold War. In Cold War, they are now forced to be separate. Is that actually different? I can't tell. Huh. I don't know. We check a weapon, I guess. Is the weapon different? Is it higher resolution? Can't tell. Huh. Okay, so anyways. Alright, so back to it. Quick resume. Here's how it goes. So, I have Modern Warfare open, right? And then I can go back to Valhalla. See, it's going to take a second. See, upright in the top right corner. Quick resume. And bam. See, now I'm just back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Perfect, okay. Game just runs fine. And see, now if I go back into Warzone. Go back. See, it takes a second. It's not quite instant. It's quick resume, not instant resume. Goes back in here. And... huh. Maybe it doesn't work for this game. Maybe it doesn't work for Warzone. I mean, this is still off my hard drive. But the CPU is actually faster in the Series X. So even though it's still off a hard drive, loading times might actually still be faster. Okay, let's try this here with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Okay. So we're playing in here in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now let's go back over to Valhalla. See, quick resume. Takes a second. And then we'll be just right back here in Valhalla, ready to play again. See, right there, ready. Like, you don't have to pause and save your games. You can just switch back over between games and just right back in. You can just pick up playing where you left off. So cool, dude. This is such a cool feature. And, I mean, to be honest, if you're not paying attention, you could have, like, 6 games open all at the exact same time and just forget about them. Like, check that out. See, now I'm back in this game. I can be playing this. I can go back to another one. That's so cool that you're able to actually do that. Like, that's actually such a really cool thing. But, yeah, dude. Okay. So, yeah, that is the Series X. That is quick resume. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys. I mean, I'm planning on streaming for the rest of the day. I'm going to stream a whole bunch of stuff with the Series X and a bunch of games and stuff. What is that? There's a little symbol there. It's like a little doot symbol. What does that mean? Oh, you know what? I think that means Okay, I think I figured that out. I think that means if I want to play the Series X version of that game, I have to transfer it to the internal SSD, right? So, wait, Warzone is updated for Series X. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay, I guess it is. But, like, see, Gears 5 and Forza Horizon 4, both of them have little arrows. Since they are Series X enhanced, they need to be on the internal SSD in order to play them, as far as I'm aware, or else it's just going to play the Xbox One X version. So I think that might actually be the case with Warzone and stuff too, is that if I actually want, wait, manage installation on internal. Okay, yeah. So I think if I want to play the Series X version of the game, it has to be on the internal. So yeah, kind of cool. But like I said, I'm going to be streaming all this stuff today. If there's anything else you guys want to see about the Series X, let me know in a comment down below. But that is how you set it up. That is the whole process. That is kind of the first impressions of the Series X. Crazy, crazy stuff, guys. I am so happy with this console, and I can't wait to use it some more. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.